Hello and welcome back to the Isle of Wight College Open Day. We're here until 6:30 today, here on Facebook Live and also available on the telephone to talk to students individually about courses that are on offer at the college. As we're coming out of lockdown, this is a really good time to start thinking about your future and your next steps. So if you're looking for some advice or you've got some ideas about what kind of course you'd like to do, we have people available all afternoon to talk to you, and we'll continue to have people available throughout the next few weeks and months to advise and guide you. If you want to contact us to arrange an appointment either for this afternoon or for the next few weeks, then you can contact us by telephone on 526 631, that's 526 631, or you can email us on info@iwcollege.ac.uk, or you can drop us a line on social media as well, and someone will get back to you in the next couple of hours and we can arrange for you to speak to a tutor. In the next 10 minutes, we're going to have a chat with Vicky, who's our curriculum manager for higher education courses. And Vicky's just going to tell us about some of the options available here on the island to study at a higher level, and what that looks like and how you can go about that. And I think at the moment, Vicky, this is a really good time to be talking about higher education and the local option here on the island, given obviously everything with COVID is making things a bit more difficult. So perhaps start by telling us about why would someone want to choose to study here at the college at a higher level?
Yeah, so obviously we have a big range of courses which we have here, but one of the key things which we can promote for doing the higher education on the island and here at the college is that it's a good way that we will still be doing most of our teaching hopefully face to face, where some universities perhaps aren't, and they're going to have to do many online aspects, so there's still that personable element to it. It is a cost-effective method as well, so I'm sure we'll delve into it a bit later, but it's slightly cheaper in terms of student finance to be delivered here, but there's still the progression on to do your full BA honours in whichever subjects you want to go. But I think that's the key point that we've got here, that you can stay on the island, stay safe, but still study at higher education and progress to the career options you'd like to go to.
That's great. And what kind of course areas do we offer high-level courses in?
Yes, we have a range. So it's anything from business, computing, creative industries, engineering, teacher training, early childhood studies. So there is quite a range, and we are constantly also in talks with the universities of creating new courses. So even if perhaps they aren't the ones which you are thinking of possibly going that route into, there's still the option for letting us know what areas and what topics perhaps would be a good area to develop.
And which university do we work with?
So we predominantly focus and work with Portsmouth University, so they're only across the water, but sometimes obviously that bit of the Solent does cost a bit of money to travel across, and especially if you're doing it 3-4 times a week, or if you want to move over there, the additional costs. Yeah. So this gives you the option to stay at home or rent accommodation or at home, and even if you've got family and different commitments, we have a range of different times, evening courses and day courses which suit and fit for you.
Yeah, and I hear that a lot from students, that it's the flexibility, isn't it, that they can continue to work, they've got family commitments and other commitments, they can study while still being at home, and that really makes a difference.
Yeah, I think that's one of our key points that we try to do, is that many people perhaps join our courses and they are new out of finishing A-levels or their level 3 qualifications. However, we have a large number of adult learners, which is something that we're really pleased about. For many different reasons, perhaps they've been in job and in full-time jobs or different family situations, that now they can actually come back here and study. It's flexible. Depending on which courses you do, whether it's full-time, you obviously can get bursaries for child support. So there's many different routes which we can go down to support whatever type of learner to study and progress in higher education.
And talking of finances, if you study a high-level course here at the college, then the normal rules apply around student finance.
Yes, so although you are a student here at the college, you would be a student at Portsmouth University, so the plus side to that, you get all the bonuses, so you still get all of their library access, their gym membership, you are a student, so you get all your discounts. But definitely, yes, you apply. You could query here, but on our website you'll see all the applications. You apply directly to Portsmouth, and then throughout that you would fill out your process form for Student Finance England. So as long as you fulfil those criteria, which most people do, then you'll be able to get your normal student finance for any university course that you'd study.
Right. And obviously people can talk to you and your colleagues on a one-to-one basis about those options and about the courses in detail. So
yes,
anyway,
yes.
if people have got specific questions, they can talk to you about those. And again, this will be specific to some of the courses, but what's the sort of general entry criteria for courses?
Yes, it solely depends on the type of course. So your classic business, perhaps should we say, you need your English and Maths GCSEs or equivalent, and your, normally a level 3 and a certain amount of UCAS points towards it. So that could be your A levels or that. However, for mature learners, we can accept you onto the course with relevant experience. So you shouldn't stop yourself from thinking, oh no, I perhaps can't do it. I've only got O levels or not too sure what you've got. But in those situations there are the options. But then in other situations you might need a more specific route. So early childhood studies that we have here, it's preferred that you would naturally have a level 3 qualification in something related to that, as well as your English and Maths.
Yeah. So I think the key there is to have a one-to-one conversation, because that will really give people an understanding about what route's best for them and what the entry criteria is.
Yes, and I think also within my area, which we've got the access to HE. So perhaps if you haven't got those skills or the qualifications to lead you onto it, but you know that's what you want to do, if you obviously look on the website, but you can always comment on here and we'll pick it up, that there's many different routes for access to it. It's a 1-year course, it's full time, and that will give you and enable you to get the qualification as such to move on to university. So it's a 1-year intense course, but we have really good numbers. We have an unbelievable achievement rate, 100%. So I'm going to say that. So it is really, really good course to lead you on to university courses if you can't yet get onto them.
Yeah. So that course is really good access to HE in terms of if perhaps you're coming back to education at a slightly more mature age, then if you didn't have the grades when you were younger, it's a good way to get to university.
Yes, definitely. And we've had a few over the last couple of years, a few more 19, 20-year-olds that perhaps didn't get the right A-levels or for different reasons couldn't sit their A-levels. So we have a huge range of students on there, which is a really positive thing to have that and pull on different people's experiences.
Excellent. And talking of the access to HE, what kind of courses and sort of professional careers will people be going into once they've completed?
So our access to HE courses, we have a number of different routes. There's different subjects, for example, English, psychology, sociology, human biology, and there's different routes, but it's a complex one to go into, so it's a lot clearer to speak to the course leader. However, the progression routes, we've had people go on to be paramedics, go on to do law, history, English, primary school teaching. So it really, really does offer you many different options by doing this course to be able to progress onto it. And within it as well, in terms of the cost, you can get an advanced learner loan, so that covers you. So as long as you go to university and study at university, you then don't need to pay that loan back. So it's a nice balance to try and progression and support people who are getting back into university.
Yeah, that sounds really good. And is there anything else you would say to anyone who's thinking about doing a high level course, and why they should choose the Isle of Wight College or think about the Isle of Wight College as an option?
Yeah, I think that the key thing is never think that you aren't good enough. We get so many people think that they perhaps, we can't do that, I'm not too sure, but they've always wanted to have that career, and some of these careers do need a degree, for instance, teacher training, or perhaps if you want to go into engineering, you need those skills and qualifications. And I would really suggest speak to people, because it is a really supportive network that we've got here. We have really good links with the university, we have good links with the employers, and our progression routes onto completion, so they'll complete perhaps if they're doing the H&D or FDA, they're 2 or 3 years to complete that, and then go on, and because we are linked with Portsmouth University, we have natural routes to complete their top up for their final year to get their full degree. So I would just say to look, to inquire, and to don't ever doubt yourself, because we get a lot of people that think that they can't do it, but by the end they're so overwhelmed by the amount of knowledge that they've got, but also personal and professional development that they gain over the 2 or 3 years that we're with them. And it's really nice also when we then speak to them and they come back with their BA top-ups or their full degrees, and their really good grades from it.
Yeah. So the big message there is that you can really achieve and go far from studying medical here
definitely.
at the college. Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us, Vicky, and it's been good to talk to you. And as we were saying at the beginning, if you'd like to find out more about studying a higher level course here at the college, or the Access to HE course that Vicky talked about, then you can contact us at info@iwcollege.ac.uk, or call us on 526 631, and we can arrange for an appointment for Vicky or one of the team to talk to you either today or at a more convenient date over the next few weeks, and Vicky can talk through your options and give you further information. You can also look on the website and on Wight College and find out more information about the courses available. Thank you very much, and we'll be back shortly.